Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James and I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to persist through circumstances and manifest what it is that you want to experience every single time with precision. It is so easy if you really understand my approach here, okay, and understand self-regulation and not allowing how your reality is showing up to throw you off guard. And I just got out of a client session talking all about this. And this client in particular has turned her entire situation around. So she was in a kind of hidden relationship, and he ended up coming clean and exposing their relationship to everybody. And now there's circumstances coming together, family, stuff like that. I'm not going to go too deep into it out of the integrity for my client, but I wanted to speak about this today because it's important for so many people that are in this situation. And it all comes back to self-concept and self-regulating, and not needing to see the change. Okay, so when it comes to circumstances, it's really normal to feel the emotional impact of them when you are not stabilized. Noticing, missing, or wanting to see a behavior change, wanting your person with you all the time, getting frustrated that they're not with you, or whatever it may be. Okay. So I get that. I understand it. But when you allow your emotions and when you allow these circumstances to throw you off and you react to them in a negative manner, you're going to keep getting stuck in this loop of experiencing the negative manifestations. Now, I do want to say this here on my channel. I talk about it's not a matter of being non-reactive. It's how you react. Okay. So for instance, if you're wanting somebody to be around you all the time, or you're wanting communication, but every time that they aren't giving you communication, you're feeling disempowered, or you're feeling the want, the need, the validation from them, and you're responding that way, well, you're not giving me enough attention, or you're always busy, you're affirming in the very thing that you don't want to experience, which is why you're getting those results. You have to transcend the circumstances and go into the feeling of what it is that you want to experience and stay there and respond to your reality from that space. So the first thing is to recognize that you have full creative control over your emotional state of being. And when you want the physical to show you something that validates you, you're needing confirmation. Essentially, you're not allowing yourself to feel what it is that you want to experience unless it shows up in front of you. That is not how manifestation works. You create the feeling within, and the circumstances will mold to your new state of being, and you're going to be able to respond to them from this new state as well. This is all about having complete confidence. This is all about trusting. This is about really grounding yourself and being aware of what you're feeling and not allowing things to throw you off, because the moment you react to it from a disempowered state is the moment it's going to perpetuate as your experience. So for instance, like I was talking to you about with this client, needing, like when you need something, you're going to respond from that space of need. Okay. Versus when you are so trusting and you know what you're creating, you look at the circumstance and you say, guess what? Well, not guess what, but you would say, I don't need you to talk to me. I know you want to be with me. Get back to me whenever you feel comfortable. It's all about creating a space of comfort and safety. When you get grasping and when you're needing the circumstances to change and you're not accepting them for how they are, trusting that they're going to change and match you where you are internally, that is affirming in that this is real, this is solid, this is not going to change. When you accept it and you say, this is okay, I trust and believe that, you're going to make the time for me and you're going to show up. That is going to be where you see that shift occur, because you have to really see here. Okay. Circumstances are only popping up and feeling very real and very solid because of how they are triggering you. So what I talk about on my channel is building a self-concept and dealing with your emotions and self-regulating in a way that allows for you to not be thrown off by the things that are going on around you. People have their own things going on. And if you feed into it, or you put pressure on them, or put pressure on the circumstance that it needs to change, then you are affirming in that this isn't going to change. And that's why you're getting those results. Okay. So it's all about really trusting and believing, allowing this to be this way, but also when you're responding to it from the space as though it's already changed. Okay. So let's say, I'm going to go back to that example again. Let's say you want communication from somebody and they show up and then they leave, and you're getting frustrated and you're feeling incomplete without them. That's the first thing that you need to change in your self-concept. Nothing and nobody makes me feel complete but myself. I'm validating myself. I'm wanted. I know I'm the best option. I don't need to see this to know it. Okay. You need to emotionally self-regulate. Then the second thing with dealing with the circumstance is to give it no power by communicating how powerless it is. So, example, I know you're busy. It's okay. I know you want to talk to me. And when you have time, you're going to make time. Until then, it's fine. Do your own thing. I know you're going to come to me. That's it. That's the only energy you need to embody. And that's the only energy that you need to put out there. Release all the pressure and the resistance towards the circumstance. Validate yourself and communicate in a way that moves you in the direction that you want to experience. It's that easy. It's that simple with any circumstance. With any circumstance, this can apply to anything, especially like when you're in a sales environment. Okay, I see this, but I know you're going to get this. Like, I know this is going to work. I know that we're going to find the perfect house for you, or you're going to love this track, or you're going to love this painting. Where circumstances become real is because you're buying it. Okay, and you're reacting to it emotionally, and you're not aware of how to actually shift this with how you're showing up. If you accept what life is giving to you, that's going to be it. If you get upset with what life is giving to you, that's going to be it. You have to maintain yourself and validate yourself and see through the circumstance and communicate it in a way that it's already done. I don't need to worry about this. It's already going to change. I'm not going to react to this or be upset about it. I'm going to allow this to adjust. I'm not going to give it any resistance. The moment you give it resistance and you react to it in a disempowered state is the moment you're affirming it in. It's that simple. So work on your self-concept, validate yourself, regulate your own emotions. Don't allow the circumstances to throw you off. Understand what's going on so that you do not feed into the storyline and create the space for it to show up differently by holding that knowing internally and communicating it as well. Do not let the circumstances throw you off. Don't. I'm telling you, it's really easy, okay? If you're not fully understanding this, listen to my content and you're going to understand it more and more and more. This is all about emotional self-regulation and being able to see through the circumstances and communicating that the change that you are creating is going to occur. Okay, let me give you another example. This client, one of the clients was saying how her person he's not good at communicating. Okay. And I was like, look, if you keep on going on with that story, not only are you going to continue to experience that, but you're going to communicate it as well. So when you go into communicating with somebody manifestation wise, when you go to tell them we need to talk about this, what happens is you unconsciously start saying things like, I know you're not good at communicating, but I need you to hear me. In that moment, because that is the story, you verbally affirm it in, and that's your reality. You need to see through the circumstances and be like, I know you're amazing at communicating, and I know you hear me, and I know this is going to work. Now let's talk about this. Changing the story in your mind and changing how you're perceiving the circumstances is going to be what allows for you to communicate in a new way and get the result that you desire. But what most people are doing is they're getting an emotional response from their circumstance, and it feels so real that when you communicate, you're communicating like you're trying to change the circumstance. No, it's not a trying. It's about living in the end and communicating from the end and allowing people to adjust to it. Okay. So basically, don't give an emotional response because you are unbothered and confident in yourself and in the knowing, period. That's it. It's that easy. Okay. The moment you give an emotional response is the moment you're buying into what's going on, and it becomes solid and it becomes real in your reality. You have to emotionally self-regulate and choose what you're feeling in every single moment and stay in that deep knowing. If you stay in the deep knowing, you're going to see it all conform. Okay. So this is your little pep talk to get you back in shape. Does not matter what circumstances are going on. I don't care. It does not matter. You can turn it around and you can change it through your self-concept, through holding your inner knowing and how you are presenting yourself and perceiving your reality. Do not give your power away. It's that easy. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Also, if you need coaching, I am filling up pretty quickly, but I do have some availability next week. So go ahead and check out my schedule. And yeah, I love you all so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.